Good evening. We're here to talk about transportation. My agenda is who we transport. We're going to talk about our bus fleet and our age, our bus cameras, some professional development that we do, our staffing, statistics, and then if you have any questions. Just for knowledge, we transport 3-year-olds to 22-year-old. A child in special ed can be transported up to 22 years even after they graduate from high school. So we're taking some kids to Columbus State, Ohio State, Northland, a few schools out of district. We are transporting to 30 public schools, which is the Southwestern schools, 1 career technical, there are career technical, 4 preschools, 2 special needs inclusion. Those are Head Start programs, and they have been identified through an IEP, so they get transportation. So they are our schools, but we are transporting there. 13 out of district, those are special needs schools. So we are transporting out of this district to 13 other school systems or buildings that are recognized and have IEPs through Southwestern, but we take them to a different building outside Southwestern. 9 parochial schools, which have maintained over the last 5 years. We haven't added a parochial school in a long, long time. So our Bishop Reedy's, our Grove City Christians have maintained. 11 charter schools. That's the number you're going to see go up and has gone up. We have every year schools that come in that try to get transportation. Our guideline is they have to have at least 15 kids that ride both ways. Otherwise, we deem it impractical, and we pay them in lieu of transportation. And we have about 142 kids currently that are on payment in lieu. So we're going to 70 buildings. What I think is knowledge for you is that there are different calendars. Those schools that are out of district all follow a different calendar. And if somebody says, Tim Cox, you're a governor for today, what would you do? I would put everybody on the same calendar. If there's a holiday, the only holiday we did not transport was Martin Luther King Day. President's Day, we had schools in. So every day that there's school, or there's a day in the calendar that Southwestern's out, we are transporting. Bell times become an issue as well, so we are staggering as best we can. One of the best things that we did in this district was put some charter schools on our buses, and those charter schools have followed our calendars. So if we have an early dismissal, they will follow our calendar and keep those kids so that transportation isn't affected too much. Our bus fleet, I am very happy with this. We have a total of 186 buses. Our average age is 8. The industrial standards generally is about 15 years. So we are way below that. And our average, we have 156 route buses, and that average age is 7. In July or June, we are going to have an auction that gets rid of all 1997 buses. So after July 1st, we will have no more 1997 buses, which will take that number down. We have a very good fleet. Thanks to the board for helping me purchase those buses. We're in pretty good shape. This is also a star for me. When I walked in the district, we had VCRs on buses. They had little camcorders, and it was in top of the bulkhead, and you couldn't see behind your buses. All the cameras now are digital. They all have 4 heads on them. There's 4 cameras rolling on 140 of the 156 buses. There's one that's facing outside the bus in the bulk of the driver and the middle of the bus. That's to catch the bus stop. That's to catch the cars coming that's running those red lights so that we can report that to the police if we need to. And also if there's a fight going on or some disturbance, we can catch that. We have a camera facing down the stairwell. That's if a kid is pushing another kid, or there's a parent issue, or there's some sort of issue in that stairwell, we can catch that. We have one in the front bulkhead going to the middle of the bus, and we have a camera in the middle of the bus hitting the back of the bus. So we have that camera pretty well covered. We have 16 more buses, and we'll be set to get cameras on those other buses. Professional development is a big deal in our world. The union contract that we have stipulates that each month we meet with them, 1 hour a month. I just kind of wanted to highlight some of the things that we go through. Mirrors are the most important thing that a bus driver has. When they have a bus stop and they're leaving, they have to count 9 different times mirrors. They're looking to the right, to the left, bottom, crossover mirrors, rear view mirrors. That is what they're to do before they even pull away from that bus stop. So there's mirrors. So we talk about mirror grids, how those mirrors are supposed to be set. Those crossover mirrors aren't to look for blind spots, they're to look for cross. They're to look to see those kids crossing in front of the bus. So we talk about mirror grids, and we actually have 3 locations in our district where they can pull their bus up, check their mirrors in different boxes, and make sure those mirrors are set. K through 3 program, we have to do that the first month of school. I think the state says first 10 days of school. We had a film that we showed this year. It was called On One Winter Day. It was done through one of the associations I'm with, which is Ohio Association for Pupil Transportation. We helped produce the film. It's about bullying on a school bus, and it's about distraction, and it's a child who crosses in front of the bus and didn't wait for the driver and got hit. The kid survived, but it's really shock to the children that are seeing the film and what can happen. So it really hit the bullying on the bus. It hit how you're supposed to listen to the driver, how you're supposed to danger zones around the bus, the 10 steps in front of the bus, watching the driver drop their hands. I thought it was very successful. Some principals opted out of it, and then we had the Buster Simple show where we have a little mechanical bus that goes out there, and we have an assembly, and we talk about the danger zones so that the other children aren't too scared of that film. Student stops, we talk about where the children are supposed to be. That one below is place of safety. The state of Ohio says that a child should be designated a place of safety, and that's where they should wait until the bus moves, both AM and PM. So the drivers, we talked about where they should put it. It's on every route sheet so that we know where their place of safety is. It's usually 10, 20 feet away. It could be a porch, it could be a tree, it could be a rock, it could be a corner, it's just away from the bus, and it's called place of safety. And those drivers are to identify that place of safety and put it on their route sheets. Managing your bus, that's a key for a successful bus driver. With the rules is what we tell them. You just keep it minimized, keep the children seated, keep their hands to themselves, and keep the noise level down. No child will ever be in trouble. Bloodborne pathogen, obviously, is an OSHA regulation. Defensive driving, that is the name of the game in Columbus. You just kind of have to watch everybody. So defensive driving, stay back, keep both hands on the wheel. We kind of let them know, we know you're going to be late to a school if there's bad weather, if there's traffic issues, if there's a police issue. We will notify the schools. Just do what you need to do and take your time and get there. Winter driving, obviously we just experienced last Friday with the ice, but thank God we didn't have to drive on that. But we talk about winter driving, how you prepare that bus, how your bus could fishtail, how you take your foot off the accelerator, using your mirrors. So we're always constantly trying to educate drivers, always giving them professional development. What I don't have on there, our aides have to be CPR. We just did a CPR class for our aides that are on school buses, which is part of their job description. So we're continually trying to get better and always thinking outside the box and trying to bring fresh ideas and suggestions for our professional bus driving staff. Our staffing, we have 156 full-time regular drivers. We have 36 aides, 4 office clerks, and those clerks are magnificent. They answer the phone. They always seem to be in a great mood. They are able to troubleshoot any problem that comes in. They're stars. 7 mechanics, 1 parts mechanics. We have 20 sub-drivers, 10 field trip drivers, and 7 sub-aides. And statistics, we transport, and one of the things that I did that came out of the 2009 audit was I do monthly counts. Every month we're doing a count of actual students riding our bus. So actual student number transport is 13,400. We're driving about 13,819 miles per day. Our regular educational runs, that's 1 run per bus driver, is 567. Special education's 235. Non-public's 94. And we do midday runs. Those are preschool. Some of you may recall the, and I hope I'm not offending anybody, but it used to be the OWE type projects. So we're doing those. We're taking a lot of people to job sites. So that's during the middle of the day. And that's about it.